Okay.
Hi, my name is Ryan Skinner. I want to share a Bigfoot story that had a profound effect on me. Kind of sticks with me to this day. I think the year was around 2011. Uh, I've always been curious about the paranormal. It's always kind of been my line of research. And a friend of mine, we had some extra time. We were staying in Vernal, and he said, I know of this Bigfoot hotspot up by near the Flaming Gorge Dam. And I've got all these recent BFRO reports of Bigfoot sightings in this location. Do you want to come with me and head up there? And again, at that time, I didn't know anything about Bigfoot. I thought it was kind of I was curious, but I really didn't believe that there was some kind of large primate that was running around the forest that we hadn't discovered. I really was not a believer, nor even interested in finding something like that at that time. But we had time to kill, and I wanted to find out, why not? Go out in the forest, do some night watching, see some of the nightlife. And this is roughly about the location where we were standing. It's maybe about 2 in the morning or so. And he kind of turns around, and he faces this direction. And he does this, what he called a Bigfoot call. And I remember the noise to this day. And he looks out and goes, "Woo! Woo!" Which, at the time, I started almost falling down on the ground, laughing, hearing a grown man kind of making these silly monkey ape noises. I just thought it was absolutely ridiculous, and wondering why we even came out here. Having zero expectations, just sitting here in the silence, giggling to myself, we hear a response in the distance. Something actually responded to the call that he made, and just, absolutely got my attention. We are deep. We're about a quarter of a mile deep in the woods, and something is calling back at us. Why not continue the dialogue, I guess, at this point? So now it's my turn. And I kind of stand up to the plate and give this weak guttural whoop, which it takes a while, I guess, to learn the technique or whatever language they're using. But apparently it was good enough for Bigfoot or whatever's out here. And this time the voice responds, or the call reports back to us much louder, much closer. And just like two giddy children, we're just, oh my God, I can't believe, what the hell is that? Now I'm nervously starting to become a believer, at least wondering, is there some other hiker? Is there campers out? Is somebody just playing a prank? But as you look around us, there's nothing. There's no one out here. For miles, as far as I can see, it's nothing but wilderness. If something was to be hiding out here, this is the place where it would happen. And he decides to pick up a stick, just some kind of random stick, and then kind of knocks it against one of these trees, just like a baseball bat hitting a tree, and it makes this loud reverberation that echoes throughout the valley. And he says, "This is kind of how you call them, or how they communicate with each other." Sure, at this point, you've got my full attention, but maybe that was an animal screaming back at us, or a moose, or a deer. I don't know all the potential noises that these creatures make at night. But I know one thing: they're not going to pick up another stick and hit it against a tree. And that's something that we humans might do. We have arms and utilizing tools to do that. And we wait in the silence. I'm absolutely expecting nothing to happen back. And that knock, except the knock that we hear is nothing like the knock that we just made. The knock that we hear back is this, as if something had picked up a fallen tree trunk or log and just bashed it against another tree. And at this point, we are just ecstatic. This is not another person out here. This is not an animal. This is it. This is potentially exactly why you brought me here. And we do this a few more times. Again, the knock, each time it responds, sometimes half a minute later, but closer and closer each time, until finally we're sitting there. And I'm getting a little nervous, because now this thing is it is within the vicinity of us, within eye shot. It's dark at night, so you can't see, but based on the echo coming back, that this is damn close. But I'm not that nervous. I'm just more excited to all these Bigfoot tales I had read about as a kid. Maybe there really is something to it. And finally, we're hearing a rustle in the distance, and this tree falls over, and we're hearing what sounds like monkey, which I'm not going to repeat, just some sort of like gorilla, monkey-ish loud noises, and angry, whatever it is. It sounds pissed off, and it is now barreling through the forest directly at us, and pushing over trees as it's coming through, and aggressively charging through the forest. It is dark out at this point. I want to make it very clear, we did not see what it was. I didn't want to stick around to see what it was, and I absolutely, we turned around and ran in the complete darkness a quarter of a mile back to where we had the car position, tripping over rocks, but absolutely running for our lives. And I believe to this day, had we stuck around and actually seen whatever it was, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here right now to tell the story. So, I mean, that in itself makes for a great story, but I still needed more proof. Once we kind of got our courage back together, we came back the next day, and I wanted to come back to the site because I knew whatever happened, we were just traumatized and excited by what happened the night before. And I still have the video, but I'd love to show it to you. But we came back the next day, and on the ground was a footprint, a human footprint, that was almost twice the size of our own footprint. And we got that in video, and I uploaded that years and years ago. So, although I never actually saw him, based on the reports that we had at the time, the sightings, the responses we were getting, the gorilla, monkeyish, primate-like noises we were hearing immediately on top of us, and the charge, and potentially, maybe if it was a bear could have outrun us, whatever this was. Maybe it decided to stop, I don't know, but it has affected me to this very day. I take my family out squatching, and it's become kind of a pastime hobby of ours. But I felt it was important to show everyone where we were at and kind of share my story with you all. Thanks. It's out there, right now. It's somewhere out there, it's right time, right place. I don't know. I feel blessed to have the experience that we did, but these woods, and I've been all across the United States, there is something to this mystery, and it has made an absolute believer out of me. I think we picked up a stick. That's probably pretty similar to what we found at the time.
Here's a map of Calvary Street, Waltham, Massachusetts, 02453.
Is Bigfoot communicating?
Mm-hmm.
God, I would love to hear that just like one more time, just have that whole experience, but during the daylight, not at night. We didn't know what the hell was charging at us or how far away it was.